As I speak at the moment, if ever there was a game of two halves, that was certainly it, wasn't it?
It certainly was. However, I felt we deserved something out of the game. Importantly, is that the spirit was there and that the boys worked extremely hard.
It was a difficult place to come to anyway, but you got that lead, and it looked for a while that you might keep it. They came out a different side in the second period. I mean, how difficult was it to play against them in that second period?
Yeah, they had moments there, but they've had again. It's a deflected goal for the first one, and things like that are going against us at the moment. Where we've hit the post twice in the crossbar, and we had opportunities. But likewise, it's not running for us at the minute, and obviously we have to reflect on that.
Luck seems to be going against you in almost every way that it could do. I mean, Luke Jones, another red card. That's 2 games, isn't it, because of a second red card?
I cannot believe that he can get sent off for heading the ball himself. Coming together with Alan Marriott, how on earth can he be sent off for that? It's one of the most ridiculous decisions I've ever seen.
Now, what about the game in general? The players were only in the changing room a few minutes this time. After the game against Gateshead, it was an hour or so that they were in there with you. What did you say to them when they came in today?
Well, obviously, I'm disappointed at the second goal, but the first goal was down to a slice of luck. But the spirit was right, the effort was right, and I'm not going to keep kicking them. We're not having a great time of it at the moment, and obviously I'm not going to knock their confidence any further, because we must keep that confidence up. When you're losing games, you've got to make sure you stick together, and the boys have said that, and they've worked hard, and I'm not going to fault them for effort tonight.
Fortress mentality needed now, pulling a team together, very much so, because you've dropped down to 6th place with other results this evening. It's a grinded out time, isn't it? Well,
we said that before. We knew that the run-in would always be important. And likewise, we know that there's a long way to go yet. There's a huge amount of football to be played, and there's some big fixtures. So we're looking forward to those. But I'm not going to dwell on that tonight. We move on.
You played against an extremely good side tonight in Stevenage. Was this the best side you played against this season?
They're certainly strong in most departments, aren't they? They've got the ability to bring on quality as well. And we had them on the rack for a long time. So I think I was very proud of the first half after Saturday's display. The boys showed the right type of mentality, and I won't fault them for that.
David, thank you for joining us so quickly after full time.
So what's he seen in that semi-off?
How on earth can Luke be sent off when he's clashed with Alan Marriott?
Are they saying the two of them blocked the striker? Or?
I don't think they know what they're doing, to be honest. It was a shambles referee, and the linesman's give it, but he's over there. He's probably got a couple of fellas in his ear and give a ridiculous decision. I hope he looks at it. I hope he will, because he certainly will be contesting it if we can. It's a disgraceful decision. It's a shocking decision. It's awful. I mean, it beggars belief. You think you've seen most decisions in football, but that's just one of them amazing ones that will be on. Make another video at Christmas, won't it? That will.
So he's basically sending off a central defender for colliding with his own goal.
Yeah. Often happens, doesn't it? Brain dead.
Fantastic.
All right, gentlemen.
David.
David.
All right.
Well, David, defeat, but a very different kind of defeat for you tonight. I imagine you're pretty pleased, at least, with the reaction your players showed this evening.
Yeah, I mean, the fans were quite right to criticise the players and for the performance at the weekend. I'm not going to fault it tonight. We played against a good side who are up there, but we had them on the rack, and I thought we governed the game for a long period. They certainly showed the right spirit and the right endeavour. A little bit of luck at the minute. We seem to be getting, balls spinning away, hitting posts, in crossbars, and other teams seem to be getting that little bit of slice of luck.
It was just that spell in the second half, wasn't it? It was that wicked deflection
yep.
For the equaliser, and then 2 quick goals after that.
Yeah, again, the first one, they get a deflection, and as they did on Saturday, and they don't seem to be working for us at the minute, them deflections. They seem to be hitting posts and going out. But I'm not going to say you need luck all the time. The boys have shown the right spirit tonight. I don't think there was anybody can ever blame us for that. We did play against a good side. They're decent, and we wish them well. But likewise, the players in there, they know that the little things at the moment are just coming between us and victory.
Did it feel like having 2 new signings in midfield today, with Gary Mills and Kyle Nix back after so long out?
I felt, I think that they showed good legs as well, and the shape was right. I think we calculated it right, and everything there was about it. But Jon Shaw did excellently. It was a well-taken goal, wasn't it? It was a brilliant execution, and he'll get better for that. He'll get better for it. So will Kyle, and so will Gary. They're disappointed in the result, but likewise not disappointed in the endeavour and the the shape, but likewise we've got to keep working our socks off.
He has seen you slip out of the playoff places again. With you having played more games than everybody else as well, is it going to require a big effort now, the final push for you to make sure you're in the playoff places?
Well, I think it's always going to be a big push because there's about 7 or 8 teams vying for 2 positions really when you look at it, and it's always been the case. Anybody that didn't realise that would obviously, it wasn't rocket science to me. I think that if you look at them, the run-ins for people, when you look at and calculate other people's strike forces and squads, it's always going to be tight, and it's going to need to be calm and collective, and certainly show that desire. And the desire was there tonight. But let's say there's more people in the dressing room down because we didn't get something out of it, and we could have done.
Okay, commiserations tonight, David. Thank you.
Thank you.
Second, first of all, the defeat, because having led 1-0 at half-time, you almost have been gutted in there to have come away from that having lost 3-1.
Yeah, obviously we thought we were quite comfortable. We worked hard to get ourselves in front against a very good side. Again, for 10 minutes I think we were comfortable, and I think it is a very strange decision from the ref to give the free kick out there, but we thought we'd dealt with it, and for the goal to go in off Jonah is very unlucky, and then they are a good team, as you say, and they'll be in a shake-up at the end of the season.
So is it just a case at the start of the second half of holding them off as long as you could, because we thought that if you could have gone 15-20 minutes at 1-0 you'd have won it, but you conceded that one, and then there was just that little spell where they clearly grew in confidence and got the other 2.
Well, to be honest, I think if we'd have got the next goal, which is what we were aiming to do, we were confident that we could have gone and won the game. At 1-0, we didn't feel threatened in the first half. We're a good side ourselves, and even though they are such a good team, we thought we had them on the rack for 60 minutes, and as we said, to concede that goal, and I think it did knock a bit of stuffing out of us. But obviously the work and endeavour from the boys can't be faulted. We've done very well against a very good side. Unfortunately, we've come away with a defeat, but we'll bounce back.
Let's talk about the good bit then. Your goal just towards the end of the first half, cracking strike from there. I mean, is that something we can expect to see from more of you? These left foot shots flying across goal from 20 yards. I
can't say I've beaten too many left foot, but obviously no. The gaffer's obviously asked me to work in from the right hand side and gamble on the second phase of the game, and obviously it has fell to me. And it's a bit of an instinctive thing for a striker. Obviously you don't plan these things, but as it fell nice, swung my left at it and was just happy to see it go in the far stick.
You make it sound very simple, but of course you hit one earlier than that as well that bounced off the crossbar, so it's clearly something's working right.
Yeah, obviously it's always nice to see your technique's still there. I've been out for a while with a little injury, and to come back into the side, again, coming in for lads that are really working hard and really deserve their place. You've got to try and show something, and obviously I hope I've done that tonight. I hope I've given the gaffer a lot to think about and shown him that I'm worth bringing to the club.
Okay, congratulations on the goal, commiserations on the result. Thanks, John.
Cheers, thank you very much.
First of all, when you got back in the change room?
I think it's just an overall feeling of disappointment. We feel like we've had one of the best teams in this league on the rack for 60 minutes. So to obviously come away with a defeat it's hard to take, but we'll bounce back.
You played against an extremely good side in the second half. There were the opportunities, but somehow or other they were a different team altogether than what they were in the first period.
Yeah, I keep going back to obviously the decision to get a free kick, obviously in our left back position. I think it was a strange decision. We thought we should have really dealt with it, and they have got the goal, and then like you say, they turned it on a little bit and we found it hard to deal with, but we worked hard, and we can't fault the way we've worked. We're an hard working team. We'll prove that again on Saturday and hopefully get a result.
You look at league tables, no doubt, and you'll see that tomorrow morning it'll read in black and white down to 6th on the table with a couple of teams like Luton with 3 games in hand, etc. It's going to be a real grinded out job now, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously the last 3 games have not gone our way, and we've got to be held a little bit accountable for that. But we're a together bunch. We're a very tight team, and we feel that between now and the end of the season, there's no reason why we can't go and put a good run together. Like we say, we've been stuck against one of the best teams this league's seen for a few seasons, so we don't mind so much if we start turning the results round. That's the idea now, to go on an unbeaten run and get ourselves back in the mix-up.
You certainly fought as a unit much harder in this game than perhaps maybe people might have argued against Gateshead. This was one of the best sides. Gateshead can hardly have that mantle. What was the difference?
It's hard to put your finger on. Obviously, the team's not so much being turned around, and the players that have come in are different to the lads that have been out. You can only put things down to what happened on the day. Gateshead came and they worked extremely hard against us, and I don't know how it just took us by surprise. They got an early goal, but we've shown today that we are a team that's willing to work for each other. That are willing to go out there and give it everything we've got, and that's what we've got to do now between now and the end of the season.
We were a long way away from where Luke Jones was sent off. What was your view of that?
I have no idea how. To be completely honest with you, I don't understand. I think it's a strange mix-up between obviously himself and Maz, but I don't understand how it's become a free kick and a foul when Yemi had obviously a free run at that after. But only obviously you have to ask the referee to see what he thinks.